Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Believable or Bunk, the show where experts go from the frying pan and into the fire with our expert grill master, your host, I'm a Fraud. Hello, everyone. My name's I'm a Fraud, and that's probably the only truthful thing you'll hear all night because we're tackling one of the food industry's greatest achievements and debacles, the mystery of high fructose corn syrup. For this segment, we have asked our viewers to send in their spiciest questions to season our seasoned expert with, and boy, do your questions have a kick to them. So, without further ado, let me introduce to you our main entree, Mrs. Wright.
Hello, Ms. Fraud. Thank you for having me.
Don't thank me just yet. Ms. Wright is a registered dental hygienist and a nutritionist, meaning it's her career choice to tell you what to put in your mouth. So you're here today to answer some questions regarding high fructose corn syrup for us. But before we get started on those juicy questions, could you tell us what exactly is high fructose corn syrup?
Well, Ms. Fraud, I'm glad you asked. High fructose corn syrup is a man-made sweetening product highly regarded for its amazing property of adding sweet taste to unpalatable foods. In its different forms, high fructose corn syrup has varying ratios of fructose and glucose. In baked goods, high fructose corn syrup is composed of 42% fructose and 58% glucose. In soft drinks, it is composed of 55% fructose and 45% glucose.
Very interesting, Ms. Wright, but you can't hide behind that science mumbo-jumbo once I start doling out the questions that our very intelligent audience has put together.
We'll leave it. What a great question, Candy. Many experts have studied the effects of high fructose corn syrup over time in society's diet. Since 1999, high fructose corn syrup has been reduced in prepared foods as required by the Food and Drug Administration. However, obesity has been on the rise. Obesity is especially present in countries with foods that have little to no high fructose corn syrup.
So, it's believable after all.
Hardly. Although there is nothing unique about high fructose corn syrup that leads to obesity, the palatability of high fructose corn syrup encourages individuals to consume more than is necessary.
Go figure.
You are not alone, Mr. Lin. There are more than 26 million folks who are diabetic in the United States, and managing their blood glucose levels is very important to maintaining their overall health. However, doing so by diet alone is never a good idea. Always consult with your physician or a registered dietitian before embarking on a new diet. There are studies that have shown that high fructose corn syrup and table sugar are nutritionally interchangeable, meaning both are treated equally by your body. Sugars in general, however, are not entirely responsible for blood glucose levels. Eating things such as carbohydrates and processed foods will elevate blood glucose levels as much, if not more, than high fructose corn syrup. Oh my! Bro Johnson, there is a dire misconception about energy drinks and their ability to help our cognitive function. Soft drinks and energy drinks provide little calories and are non-nutritious, and therefore do not fuel your brain as you would like before a big exam. In fact, animal studies have shown that the hippocampus, responsible for learning and memory, is very sensitive to changes in dietary intake. Consuming large quantities of sugars, whether high fructose corn syrup or the sugars in energy drinks, memory and cognition decreases. Well, Mrs. Pie, sugars are found in every food you eat. The enzymes of your saliva break down carbohydrates, proteins, and complex sugars into glucose. The longer those sugars are consumed and not removed from the oral cavity, the more likely that the bacteria living there will utilize those sugars to fuel their replication. Byproducts of bacterial metabolism of sugars are acids, which not only demineralize enamel, but also alter the environment of your mouth by making your saliva more acidic. When enamel is demineralized and salivary pH on the decline, then bacteria continue to multiply and the caries or cavity process begins. These, due to sugar consumption, are entirely preventable by boosting your defense and minimizing your risk factors. Using xylitol, a sweetener that does not alter your pH, or brushing after meals to remove lingering food, and even using antibacterial mouth rinse will decrease your risk for cavities.
You heard it here, folks. By limiting your sugar intake and bolstering your defenses, you can prevent cavities more easily than the common cold. So easy, in fact, that if you look under your chairs, you'll find a care package complete with fluoride toothpaste and antibacterial mouth rinse samples, courtesy of our resident expert, Ms. Wright. You get a care package. You get a care package. Everyone gets a care package. Thanks for joining us, folks, for another rousing episode of Believable or Bunk. Join us next week when we tackle the myth of chocolate and cavities. Just how can something so good be so bad? See you next time on Believable or Bunk.